Hello Minecrafters, Arctic Shark Games here, coming at you with another Minecraft Bedrock Edition command tutorial. Today's tutorial is going to be on locking fill command doors, aka doors that when one person stands on the inside, the door is locked and no one can enter from the outside. I had mentioned these doors in my previous video on money transfer systems, which I'll go ahead and throw a link up at the top of the screen when this video is posted. And in the money transfer systems, I have a locking glass door that when one person is on the inside of the door. No one can enter from the outside of the door, and I showed you guys kind of an aerial view of what that looks like. And here it is one more time for you guys. We have a couple of repeat commands, a little bit of redstone, and a couple of impulse commands on that fill command door. If you guys have watched my previous video, which I'll link up in the description here, on regular fill command doors, this should look familiar to you here with a comparator coming into two impulse blocks like this. And basically what this does, the simple version of the door at least, is this one here with the redstone torch fills the door with a solid block, and this one here fills it with air. And this comparator, when it is powering this block, turns off the redstone torch, so this does not have power, and it sends power into the upper command block here, which fills with air. So that's sort of how the normal fill command doors work. This one here is using glass panes. The blue ones here are going to be what we're working with for our actual doorway. And the blue glass panes, when I'm standing on this green area here, this is a DX, DY, DZ area that I created here in the green. When you stand in the green, the door opens. So when standing in the green, you're testing for a player with this block here. And it runs through a comparator here, and just to make sure that the comparator comes out with a strong input but not too strong, I left 2 redstone dust after it. So we're coming out of here with a 15, 14, 13 input, and then on this side we're comparing another redstone input, which you can see I have a blue block here. So we're testing for a player inside of this entire inside area, the blue and the red, and if they're inside there, the redstone input would be stronger than the input coming in from the green test 4, and therefore the door would not open because I'm standing inside of it. And then I have a red test 4 area here as well, which is a square including this little tiny blue L. I'll show you guys this one more time in a minute. And this red test 4 goes ahead and powers the fill command door per normal just directly into there, and activates the door to let you out of the room. So one more time, I'll show you how this works now. You should be able to see it as we walk through the glass walls. When I enter this green area, this first line of redstone is going to fill up and allow the door to be filled with air. So as you can see, I fill with air, and this first line of redstone is lit up. And then real quick, this next line of redstone is going to light up here. Now that's locking the door to make sure that no one else can walk in now. So as long as I'm standing inside of anywhere in this blue and I'm doing my secure transaction or whatever I'm doing, no one else can get in here. And then when I walk on this red, you'll see the comparator that's way off in the distance on the red concrete command block there will light up, and therefore fill command the door with air and let me out. So there you can see, and then one more time this lights up because I went to the green. Then they all shut off and it closes back down, just to display it as closed so the door looks cooler. Now I can show you what that looks here for you guys. And basically, first off, we're going to create a DX, DY area. So we're going to choose the lowest coordinate in our first area. We're choosing inside this green. My lowest coordinate's right here, and it's 268.4, 194. So you're going to note that coordinate down, and then you're going to want to figure out how big your area is that you're testing for players in. So mine, if you look, I'm going up from 268 to 269 on the X coordinate, so that would be a DX of 1. And then I am going up 1, 2, 3, 4 over here from 193 all the way to 198 on the Z coordinate, so that would be a DZ of 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I suggest for the DY would be how high up we're going. I put a DY of 2 in case somebody's jumping around in there and stuff. It'll still catch them for any commands you do, or if they're kind of jumping in and out the doorway, they'll still be safe. And as you can see, my room is 3 tall, so that works out perfect for us. When we do a DX of 2, you're standing there, and it's 1, 2, if you picture that. So that's the area that we're testing for players inside of that box there, and we have that coordinate. So the first command here is a repeat unconditional, always active on a 5 tick delay, and it's /test4 at P, and it's x equals y equals z equals, and you're going to use that coordinate set that we just noted, and it's dx equals dy equals dz equals, and then you're going to use those amounts that we just decided a minute ago, and that's how big it is on the outside, and it's testing for a player that is trying to enter the glass door. And you can use any material, by the way, you don't have to use glass. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come out of that first block and we're going to put a comparator down. We're going to put a repeater down coming right out of that comparator with no tick delay on the repeater. And then we're going to put 2 blocks of redstone dust. Then we're going to take another comparator and we're going to put that down right here. Then on the side of the comparator, you can do this on the right or the left, doesn't matter. You're going to put a repeater facing into the side of the comparator. Then you're going to put 1 redstone dust, and you're going to put another comparator. And then right out of the back side of this other comparator, you're going to put another command block, and this one's going to be the one that's testing for the players on the inside. And that's again going to be a repeat unconditional always active command on a 5 tick delay. It's /test4 at P, and then you're going to choose another set of coordinates and another dx, dy, dz. So we'll go over here and we'll choose another one. So my set of coordinates now for the inside here is 274, 194. So you're going to note your coordinates down. And then you're going to want to see how big your dx, dy, dz area is. So on the x coordinate, you can see that I'm going from 270. We're going to go 1 block, 2 block, 3 block, 4 block, 5 blocks over to 275. So we have a dx of 5. And then again, we're going to do the dy where I'm jumping around in here of 2 just to be safe. And then the dz, we're going to start at this one again, which is the same set of coordinates. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. So we're going to do a dz of 4. So you can decide exactly how big your area is, and you can note down your coordinates. And that's what you would type into this command block here, which one more time is /test4 at P, set of coordinates, and a set of dx, dy, dz. And then the third one is the same thing, so we're going to go ahead and put a solid block now in front of this comparator, and this solid block is going to have a comparator feed in through the back that we just placed earlier, and then you're going to put another comparator feeding into one of the sides, and then we're going to go ahead and take a redstone torch, which I just dropped on the ground there, and we're going to put that redstone torch coming out of the back side of the solid block. You can use any block you'd like to. And then our third command block here is a repeat unconditional always active on a 5 tick delay. It's /test4 at P, a set of coordinates with a set of dx, dy, dz. And then you can see the same thing that we chose this over here, a set of coordinates which was the exact same set of coordinates as the second one. And it's only a dx of 1, and it's a dz of 1, 2, 3, 4. And then of course it's the same dy. And then we have that one more time for you to look at here. Test4 at P, XYZ, DX, DY, DZ. Then we have the actual fill command door going on. So you're going to want to go ahead and probably, while you're testing it, break your redstone torch, but don't forget to put it back afterwards. And then we have a fill command going on, which is a impulse unconditional needs redstone. And then the one that actually fills the door that's next to the redstone torch, I put a 15 tick delay. And that's just so no one gets squished in the door. And then it's /fill, 2 sets of coordinates. And then it's a type of block, mine stained glass pane, and 9 is the color I chose, the block type. That's this here. You can do stained glass pane 0, and we would end up with a different color. We'll see which color that is when we reset the system here. So after you're confident this works, you can put your redstone torch back. Let's talk real quick about how we actually got that decision made here. I got this set of coordinates here is my first set of coordinates in the fill command, which is 274, 194. And if you walk to the other set of corner in the fill command, you picture that you're standing right here at 274, 198, but you want the opposite corner to be right there. So the safest way to do it is to break the blocks in the doorway and to actually go ahead and stand right on this. And when you're standing right on that block, you note down the coordinates you are, which was for me is 276, 198. And then you can go ahead and write those 2 sets of coordinates in this command block. So it's fill the first set of coordinates, a second set of coordinates, a block type, and a block ID type. And then once you're feeling good about that, you can put your redstone torch down, and if it looks good, it should fill with a type of block. Mine's white glass now because we changed the block ID. And then you're going to go ahead, and if you can pick block, you can just pick block this command block here and put them up here, and then you're going to change your block type to air 0. But if not, you're going to use the same set of coordinates there, the same 2 sets that is, and go /fill, the first set of coordinates, the second set of coordinates, air 0. And that one on top of the solid block will receive power if either one of these comparators receive power, meaning that this solid block gets power, this impulse command block gets powered for air. This redstone torch gets powered to shut off, and then this command block is awaiting turning back on when the player leaves. So now, one more time quickly, I'm going to give you an aerial view of all the redstone. In case you guys didn't line it all up correctly, you can go ahead and see exactly how it's all laid out. If you're having trouble, make sure you remember to put your redstone torch back after the fill command doors are done. And if you guys were looking for a more basic fill command door, I will go ahead and link my regular fill command door video in the description, as well as most likely have a link pop up at the top of the screen. Well, thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead and subscribe here at Arctic Shark Games on YouTube. Like the video at Arctic Shark Games on YouTube and Arctic Shark Games on Twitch as well.